Hello guys, welcome to Throbs and today's topic will be the bug bounty programs because there are a lot of popularity amongst the hackers community, or I would say ethical hackers community, for achieving the bug bounties, and that's ranges from thousands to probably used to be um, more than that. It used to be in millions, but nowadays it's just because it's quite competitive nowadays. It's difficult to find bugs, so for that reason, it's reduced to thousands, couple of thousands, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, depending on the vulnerability, the extent of which is can be exploitable. So before we talk about it, first please subscribe to my channel and share my video so that I can bring more videos like this. And we'll start with uh, talking about how to what is bug bounty basically, or what is bugs. So let's talk about bugs. Bugs are not something which are generally the concept would be taken that is something which you would find it out crawling between the websites and you would just pick it up, or is something which can easily be finding out. So it's not like that. It's something which is you need to have a prior knowledge of programming, which is basic would be, I would say, sufficient. And also, apart from that, there are lots of other things you need to have. For example, you need to have a knowledge of info security trends, military attack frameworks, hacking techniques and tools, and so many other things. So we'll talk about it in a minute. So first thing first is that the person who is finding out the bugs should have skills like they should have gone through the write-ups, articles, blogs, mediums, so that they would constantly update their knowledge of what actually is happening around the security community, or the application sides of it. So basically, info security write-ups are helpful in finding out the vulnerabilities. So bugs are basically the vulnerabilities lines of codes where because it's not perfect when a programmer writes a code. It has to go through a testing phase where they would have tested the program for security vulnerabilities. So if there are, for example, there are some vulnerabilities left behind and which they have overlooked it, or probably could not find it out, then it's the job of those testers. So it's basically be on the safe side. The companies would really like to hire these sort of ethical hackers to find those bugs between the programs, to find the vulnerabilities. But these vulnerabilities exist in every sort of program, in any sort of program, and it's a non-stop thing. So you cannot say the program is 100% secure, or the website is 100% secure, or the application is 100% secure. There is always a chance where you can find it out, any sort of malicious sort of codes in them, or any loophole, or any sort of gaps where a hacker can penetrate into it and um, you know um, uh, uh, get sort of get an advantage to hack that website or an application. So before getting into any sort of bug bounty program, the person or an individual needs to have sort of prior knowledge of networking, hacking tools, or sort of trends going on within the security community, and then they have to join. Basically, they have to. And the programming languages, let me tell about that. HTML, JavaScripting is a must, because this is sort of a basic programming language. Is not a programming, it's a scripting language where you can easily find it out, and it's not that difficult. So Python is the easiest one nowadays, and It's quite popular within the hacking community. Then they have to have read some books like related to the information security or cybersecurity related, or ethical hacking related books. Then it comes down to web applications. I would say web applications handbook is one of them, or web hacking 101. And there is another one called Hackers Playbook 1, 2, 3, because it's got three versions. So and all are very good. And the hacking, the art of exploitation, that's another book. And mastering modern web applications, pen testing. So this is another one. So I would say that going through these, starting with the programming language, and then these books, OWASP web testing. The OWASP is the basic one, and mobile app hacking handbook. So these are very very good sources to initiate your bug bounty hunting adventure. Then you have a YouTube resource where you can have very good sort of tutorials, but not necessarily. I wouldn't say that everything you would get it from there, because some practical sort of videos are not really entertained by YouTube. And then it comes down to um, and from the YouTube videos, I can recommend you very good sort of YouTube videos. And amongst those are Hackers Exploits, uh, Buckrod's Hackers One. And then it comes down to write-ups, articles, and the blogs, which is pretty much very informative. To start with, the bug bounty, and Medium is one of them, and info security write-ups, and then Hackers One public reports. Go to the other resources like Reddit, Bugcrowd, OWASP, DEF CON conference. So all these adds up to start your journey towards bug bounty. So as you can see, it's not that easy that you can be a bug bounty person within or overnight. No, it's not like that. You have to go through all these sort of resources and other material, and you should have a prior knowledge of programming language, JavaScripting, and all that. Then and only then, and then you can start with something which is, you cannot just jump onto the bug crowd or directly to the company. You have to start from, don't look at the money at the first place, because if you start looking at the money beforehand, you wouldn't go anywhere, because it's not that easy. And you have to start with the open bug bounty programs, and then from there on, upon your experience, you can go to the bug crowd platforms and other stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will bring some more videos. So subscribe to my channel, and like my video and share. Don't forget to share that. Thank you so much.